All right. Well, we've got a guy that we get to spend a few months with here starting real soon. Got a few days till first tip. Coach Bill Ball, the Jackson Academy boys basketball coach. And how you doing?
Doing good, Brian. Excited about the weather cooling off. That means the season's right around the corner.
Best part about basketball, it's always the same temp unless the air goes out in the gym. That's about it. But you have to worry about rain.
Yeah, no, we've been here 16 years and never had a rain out.
Not a one, but we have had a blackout one time that I recall at JA. Actually, the lights went out one time.
Yeah, there was something went out on the power grid and electricity was lost all over North Jackson.
Yeah, that was an interesting night. Almost as interesting as the League Academy night that Eddie and I did when lightning struck and killed a transformer outside. But those are stories that y'all don't care about. Y'all are here to hear about Jackson Academy basketball. And last year, another positive year for this team as your team had just another run of some talent and guys meshing and getting used to each other with Michael Barber and Michael Morgan, two guys you brought tonight, and a pretty good senior class last year too.
Yeah, it was an outstanding season, kind of a disappointing ending. We lost in the semifinals of the state tournament by 4 points and then lost in a consolation to move to the overall by 2 on the last second free throws. And I was talking to our kids today. We lost 4 games by a total of 10 points last year. So, I mean, that just shows you the margin for errors is very little in our game. So, as we prepare for the upcoming season, we certainly want to make sure that history doesn't repeat itself and that we're ready to play every chance.
What does the summer entail for these guys when you talk about camps and even getting them in the gym working on shots with the shooting machines and whatnot?
Yeah, with high school sports nowadays, it's not year-round, but it's close with little periods of breaks. And we went really hard from the 1st of June to the middle of July. We were working out 3 days a week at Mississippi Baptist Healthplex in Madison. Those guys worked us out, did a lot with our hips and our legs and flexibility and really got a lot out of that. And then we also participated in the Jackson Metro Summer League, played 2 nights a week for about 20 games, and then went to Mississippi College and played 10 games there. So we were able to get a really nice competitive schedule this summer and play a lot of games.
You had a guy named Michael Barber who obviously got a chance to play pretty high up there as far as it goes, getting to all the way out to Colorado this summer. What was that experience like for him? And I know we'll talk more with him in a minute, but for you as a coach, it's got to be pretty satisfying to see a kid get that chance.
Yeah, I mean, when you're talking about going to USA basketball, I mean, you're amongst the best of the best, and you're with kids from all over the country, and they're all outstanding players in their own right. So that I think that experience, he can bring that back to our program. And if he can maintain that high level of play, he'll have an outstanding season as well as a career here at JA.
How hard is it for Coach Bushing? I know he's one of the ones that helps with a lot of the scheduling and to find games a lot of times. I mean, to find opponents and to find places to play sometimes.
Yeah, we're excited about our schedule this year, Brian. It's a really it's a really quality schedule with a lot of good opponents. We play 2 or 3 6A public schools, and we're going to play Petal twice, I believe, and we're going to go down to War on the Shore on the coast, and I imagine we'll draw one of the bigger high schools down there, and then we're also going to Memphis during Thanksgiving, and we'll play Christian Brothers and Briarcrest up there, as we kind of get those relationships going again. And then always tough MRA and preps and the Hillcrest and the local teams. So we're excited about our schedule. It's quality and we should be battle tested and it should bode well for us heading into postseason this year.
How important is it playing the Petals and those War on the Shore and Memphis and those type of opponents that are different that you won't see in the postseason, but to get you guys ready for that run that you hope is a 3-week run?
Yeah, because I mean everybody on the typically when you play. In our league, you have certain teams that play certain ways, and you kind of know it from year to year to year. A lot of times when we go out, we play teams we don't know a lot about, so we have to focus more on ourselves and just try to do the things we do really well. And it's kind of refreshing in the season when you're preparing for different opponents to have a game where you need to make sure you take care of your business first. So, those nights are well, and plus they're all great matchups, either from Micah Morgan or Michael Barber or just our team. Should be some great one-on-one matches those nights as well. The game within the game, as they say.
I was just glad you did graduate one Michael. So I mean, I miss him, but there's one less that I have to focus on. Micah, Michael, and Michael. There was a lot of that, and 2 Morgans. It was confusing for a broadcaster.
No doubt.
Oh man. So how many seniors are on this team?
This year we have 4 seniors: Zach Brister, Michael Morgan, as you mentioned, Jackson Golden, and Rob Elliott are our 4 seniors. Last year we had a great class of 10 seniors, and they're certainly missed. But these guys are excited about leading our team in practice and getting us ready on the road trips, and just kind of being the glue and the staple to our program.
First game is going to be November the 1st. You guys will play just a boys-only game. Is it Royal Ambassadors, am I right?
Yeah, Royal Ambassadors on Tuesday, November the 1st.
And then the 3rd, a varsity doubleheader.
Yeah.
And I forget the opponent.
I think it's Greenville Christian.
I think you're right. He would know more than I would. I haven't gotten to the basketball schedule just yet. We've kind of glanced at it. He's Coach Bill Ball, the varsity boys basketball coach. When we come back, we'll catch up with a couple of Raider basketball players. A couple of them are in the building tonight, or in the courtyard tonight. So stick around. We've also got a visit with Miss Stella Allen and Miss Corey Siako coming up in just a few as well. So stay with us as we continue with more JA at the Village.